Alright, welcome back. This is Mr. Cisneros. In this video, we're going to finish up our speaker box project. This video, I'm going to show you how to create what's called a PDF, because currently, right now, we do have an IDW, an inventor drawing file, that we've been saving. But now I want to create this, export it as a PDF, so it's a little bit easier for me to view and grade when you do submit this. So before we create that PDF, I just want to run down every single sheet that we've made so far. We have a total of 7, and I'm going to run down with you everything that you need in each sheet. So this way you can confirm before you create this PDF and submit it that you have all of the work that's needed. So in sheet 1 is going to be our cover page, and what we have here is an isometric view of our speaker box. You can see that it is provided a material. It's not just left at generic, so check out my 4th video called Adding Materials to see how to do that. We also created a text box, and then in the text box we have Speaker Box Project, Schaumburg High School, Intro to Engineering Design, your name, and then the year. The way we created that text box was with using the Annotate tool and the Text tool. So Text tool underneath Annotate is what we did. So that's sheet 1. We also made sure to delete the title block in the sheet. So if we go to the plus sign here, you'll see that we just have border. The title block, I went and right-clicked delete. So please make sure you do that in the first sheet. The second sheet, though, if I click on that, we'll see that the title block is back. So that's good. Make sure you have the title block in all of them except for sheet 1. In sheet 2, all we did was simply create all of the multi-views of our assembly. So this is put together, and we have a top, right side, bottom, left side, and then front in the middle. Also on the top right, we have an isometric view, and you can see that the scale is a 1/4 scale. Make sure that your title block is filled out completely. Remember that we can do that if we go to the plus sign, if we go to title block A, plus sign, and then we double click field text. That is where we can enter all of that information. All right, and then in the third sheet, we start to break down the dimensions of our multi-view. So here's our front panel, and we provide all of the dimensions that are required. All right, take a look at the previous videos where we cover the rules to dimensioning. You'll notice my title block is completely filled out here as well. If we go to sheet 4, same thing. The dimensions are going to be a lot less here. There's not going to be as many dimensions. I have my title block filled out. Sheet 5, same thing. Dimensioned, title block filled out. With these multi-views, remember we have a front, top, right side, and an isometric. That's going to stay the same throughout all of these. So from sheet 3 to sheet 6, we have our front, top, right side views. All right, fully dimensioned here, title block filled out. And then sheet 7 is going to be unique. It's going to be different than all of the others. This is where we brought in our exploded view from our presentation file. We added balloons to the individual parts, and then we created a parts list that told us the item, quantity, file name, material, and mass of that object, or of those individual parts. I do have my title block filled out. The one thing that is different here than all of the others is the scale. For this to fit properly, we had to change it to a 6th scale setup. I tried to do 1/4, but it seemed to be a little too big. So we changed that to 1/6. Make sure you include that in your title block. All right, that looks like we are all done. We have everything that we need. I'm going to go back to sheet 1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to export as a PDF. Now, be sure to follow along here because this is a little tricky to get it just right. So I'm going to go to File, and then I'm going to go down to Export. And you'll see we have a couple of different options. The one that we want to click is PDF. So File, Export, PDF. I'm going to click on PDF. Once we do, please make sure not to hit Save right away. There are a couple of things underneath Options that we need to change. We are going to be saving in the speaker box folder, so it's set for me already, which is good. We can leave it as initials _ speaker box. Maybe we can say speaker box project. since we're completely done with the entire thing. And then before we hit save, go ahead and click on options. And then right here in this little box, you'll see that the print range is set to current sheet. So if we don't change this, it'll only create a PDF of sheet 1. So instead, we need to click on all sheets. Click on all sheets, then click OK, then click save. Okay, that way when it makes the PDF, it's going to include from sheet 1 all the way to sheet 7. So I'm going to click on save, and now it should export sheet by sheet. It might take a minute or so. Oh, it looks like it's done. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to go and open up a new file explorer, and oh, you know what, this is all on Google Drive. So what I'll have to do is maybe go to Google Drive and just confirm that I have that PDF. And it does look like in my quick access recent is my PDF right here. I can go to my IED folder. Let's see. I got a lot of stuff here. We called it IED. Oh, we called it PLTW IED. There it is. So if I click on this, I go to speaker box. Taking a second to load here. Might be because AWS is using it, linked to it. There it is. And right there's the PDF. If I double click this, you can see how it's created this in an easy to view document. So it looks like it's like I could print this. I can print this on the printer and I can send this over to whoever needs it. If they want to create a speaker box, they have the plans now. They have everything that they need. All right, so this is the document that you're going to be submitting to Schoology. I will be creating that assignment in the speaker box folder on Schoology. We'll talk about that in class, and you can submit it to that assignment when you are done. All right, guys, that's it for this project and for this video. We'll see you guys in the next one.